evening for Madison Community Television and Daniel Hand High School Tiger Football. This is Kent Sprague with Steve Fust and Paul Sprague operating the cameras tonight, bringing you the second game of the season, the 1994 season. The first home game played at Strong Field in Madison on a game delayed from Friday night when it was raining to Sunday night. And this will be the second game for both teams. They're playing Fairfield Prep tonight. The first time that Daniel Hand has played Fairfield Prep. Fairfield Prep is a Class LL team, which is the largest size school in the state, 3 classes above Hand. And this is important maybe later in the season if Hand makes a drive toward getting in a state championship game again, because they get more points for beating a team of larger class. The Fairfield Prep team last week, we don't know much about them. They are a big team. They lost their first game 21-14 to Shelton, which is Hand's second opponent. They play them next week. And this will be the first game at home here for Hand. Going out in the middle of the field currently are the captains for Hand, and significant there is number 22, Eric Hamill, is in street clothes tonight. He turned his ankle in the game against East Lyme and will not play. Also, Mark Gumkowski will not play tonight. He's also in street clothes, and he normally is the starting quarterback. So we do have 2 key injuries to Hand, although most of the rest of the team is intact. Tom Malik is nursing a slight injury, and Eric Frey is back, having missed the East Lyme game with a knee injury, and he is in uniform tonight. So we're about ready to get this second game of the season underway. The 2 captains in the center of the field are Eric Hamill and Mike Anderson, and we will be underway very shortly. Fairfield Prep will get the ball first to start the ball game. Jim Willis for Hand has it teed up on the 40, and we're about to get ready to go. Lewis hits a high one down about the 13. Picked up in a middle return. Good job, Matt. And it's a good tackle in there by Mac Dolan. Number 40 closed down and made the tackle at about the 25-yard line. It's a little short of the 25. Tonight I'm going to have a little trouble seeing line markers, I see, after all the rain this weekend. But the game is going to start with a ball about the 24 for Fairfield Prep. We'll have the ball first. We'll pick up some of the defensive players for Hand as we go early in the game. Fairfield Prep comes out in an I formation, very similar to what Hand uses. And a flag before that first play gets off. We have encroachment against Hand, a 5-yard penalty before the first play gets started. In the line for Hand on the left side are 78, Tim Hevesy, and 72 is the defensive tackle, Rob Mason. On the other side are 76, Mike Anderson. So now it's 1st and 5, and bounced off, and a good run going. Finally, a man falls down about a yard short of a first down, it looks like. Ball at about the 33. So Hand stacked that play up right in the middle, but the ball carrier bounced out to the far side of the field and made a pretty good gain. It's 2nd down and 1 for Fairfield Prep on the first possession of the ball game. We're early in the game, no score. And a run right up the middle, and it's going to be close to a first down, but not much. Mike Anderson's in on the top of that tackle. Mac Dolan comes out from underneath of it. It will be a first down, just enough for a first down. Ball at about the 34. So Fairfield Prep gets the first down of this game. The other defensive end on the far side of the field is Chris Frey, number 50. I wasn't able to pick up his number earlier, so those are the 4 down linemen. And a passing situation for Fairfield Prep, going down the left sideline, out of bounds, overthrown, incomplete pass. Number 82, Duggan, is on the coverage on the far side. Bob Duggan had the coverage and was in good position. He was between the quarterback and the receiver, and the man, had he caught it, would probably have been out of bounds. 2nd and 10 for Fairfield Prep. Oh, it's a 34-yard line. And it's a pitch sweep to the near side. There's a flag thrown in, and a good carry for about 8 yards. Finally tackled by 88, Dan Guinapero. But that's going to be a holding call against Fairfield Prep, and it will come back. The flag was thrown early, just as the play was getting started. That looked like an illegal block, a holding call against Tim Hevesy, who plays this left corner. And most teams put 2 blockers against Tim Hevesy. Tim is a big boy and a good athlete. Into the game for hand now is Dan Glenn in the backfield. Tom Malik, number 30, is a linebacker. .30 and 38, Dan Carroll and Tom Malik are the 2 inside linebackers. A pass play for Fairfield Prep, and it's almost intercepted. A very good defensive play by number 28 for hand, and that's Damian Turton. Almost an interception, which will bring up 3rd and 10. He made a dive, almost held it, but it bounced out when he hit the ground. In deep safety, playing center field for hand, is Dan Guinapero. Coming to the near side on coverage is Dan Glenn. Another, it's going to be a draw play up the middle, and it's tripped up. 72 Mason, 78 Hevesy were close to it. I believe Mason tripped him. That will bring up 4th down and long for Fairfield Prep. And they will be in punt formation with hand back to receive. Guinapero is dropped deep for hand to receive this punt. Up in front of him is Bob Duggan in blocking position. And a left field kick, a high knuckleball to Guinapero, and he catches it and goes forward about 3 or 4 yards. Tackled down at about the 46. So Daniel Hand takes over good field position at the 46-yard line with 8:42 left first quarter. And no score, Hand first possession coming up. For Hand, taking over the quarterback position for Gumkowski, who is out, is the sophomore Ryan Milligan. 34, Daryl Noble is the tailback. Is handed off to 28. And a good gain, about 5 yards on first down. 28 is Damian Turton in the fullback position. Turton is a junior, and the fullback Noble is a sophomore. Down and 5 for Hand, and a pitch to the right side, and Noble has got a first down, and almost took that one all the way. A good defensive tackle. He gained about 12 yards, looked like. First down, Hand. Ball at the 39-yard line. Hand's first down of the ball game. Good run. Noble is very quick. Matt Dolan is lined up at the tight end position. Split wide left is is Guinapero, and through the line in a hurry is Noble, and the last man catches him. Another first down, a gain of about 15. Darrell Noble was by the linebackers before they could react, and he's been tackled by the safety 2 straight plays here. So Hand is marching. Milligan over Tim Hevesy, the center, and right up the middle, and that's Dan Carroll, and Carroll's got 4 or 5. Tom Hopkins brings in a play for Ryan Milligan. Out for this play is Dan Glenn. Carroll at fullback, Noble at tailback. Handed off to the second man, Noble. He bounced off one man, gains it 2 or 3. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4. And the ball is at about the 19-yard line. The center for Hand is Tim Hevesy. On the right side of the line is Rob Mason and Mike Anderson. And there's a flag before the play starts. Too much time. That's going to backhand up 5 yards. On the left side of Hevesy is Matt Mesa, number 52 is one of them. Ryan Milligan rolls to the right, goes to the right, incomplete pass, in and out of the hands of Guinapero. Guinapero had gone just far enough for a first down, but he couldn't bring it in. The ball was thrown a little bit high. Fourth down and almost 10 for Hand, but they're in 4-down territory. Ball is sitting right on the 25, it looks like. And this is a likely passing situation. Tom Hopkins is slot left. Duggan is wide left. And Milligan rolls to the left, and he's cut down with a very good defensive play. Linebacker came through for Fairfield Prep and took the feet out from under Ryan Milligan. So the ball goes over on downs to Fairfield Prep at about the 31. We're down to 5.5 minutes left, first quarter. Each team has had the ball once and had a pretty good march going until they had a couple of penalties that pushed them back. Second possession for Fairfield Prep, and it's a quarterback keeper. Here comes a flag in, and it's about a 5-yard gain, run to the left. Tackled by Guinapero. Let's see what the flag is. The flag is in Fairfield Prep's backfield. It's against them. That usually is an illegal block or hold. Holding call against Fairfield Prep. Big penalty. Number 30, Tom Malik, inside linebacker, is calling a defensive signals. Tom Hopkins is playing right defensive end. And it's a sweep to the near side of the field, a cut back, a tackle, a bit of a gain, brought down by Malik and Mason.
Malik wasn't under control.
So that's going to bring up now 2nd down and long for Hand. Second and about 17, the scoreboard says. And it's a draw play up the middle, and the legs cut off under him by Tom Malik. It falls forward to near the 30. Tackled by linebacker. Third down and 11 for Fairfield Prep, the only Class L team that hand plays this year. Fairfield brings two receivers to the right side, otherwise it's a tight formation. Third and long. Pass play, and a pass across the middle. It's a complete pass, but it's going to be short of a first down. Tackled by 28 was the first man that met him. That's Damian Turton. That's going to bring up fourth down and about 3. Fairfield will probably punt because they're inside of the 40, about the 38. We're coming up near 3 minutes left in the first quarter and no score. Punt formation for Fairfield. Back deep is Dan Guinapero to receive for hand. A left-footed kick and a pretty good kick, and Guinapero is going to let it go. It will roll dead at about the 20. So after a big amount of scoring last week, they're playing a tougher team this week, and no score by anyone yet inside of 3 minutes in the first quarter. In the offensive line for hand is Andy Drennan at left guard. Haven't called his number yet. Pitch this time to the left side. Noble makes a cut and gets only a yard or so. Is behind the blocking of Andy Drennan, who pulled on the play. Dan Carroll brings the play in and plays at fullback position. Darrell Noble at tailback. Ryan Milligan at quarterback. And it's handed off to Carroll, who only gains a couple, and he's hit hard. Driven back. Not much gain. He didn't get much at all on that play where they marked it, so it's third down and 9 coming up. Third and long. Bob Duggan split wide left with single coverage on the near side of the field. And it's a draw right up the middle, and a pretty good run, but he's going to be well short of a first down. And that's Noble carrying a ball. Had a good opening at the line, but a linebacker came in and made the tackle. Fourth down and 5 for hand at the 25. And number 86, Dan Glenn, back in punt formation. A bit of a high snap, but Glenn gets a left-footed kick out of there, a high spiral, and it's caught right at midfield. And caught it on the dive, but he covered it all right. First down for Fairfield Prep at the 50. And we're inside of a minute left in the first quarter, no score yet. Fairfield Prep in an I formation, and it's handed off to the first man, the fullback, who goes straight up the middle for about 4. Submarine there by Dan Carroll from his linebacker position. Also, Tim Hevesy gets off the bottom of the pile. Ball at about the 46. And we may not get another play off before the first quarter runs out. We're down to 5 seconds and running. And that's the end of the first quarter with no score. Daniel Hand's second game of the season against Fairfield Prep. We will be back shortly as they reverse the directions for quarter number 2. As we begin the second quarter, Fairfield Prep, a second down and 6 at about the 46, now heading toward downtown Madison. And a run right up the middle, a pretty good run, first down for Fairfield, it looks like. They crossed the 40, which would give them a first down. Tackled by Dolan. So Fairfield Prep with a draw play right up the middle. Carroll and Malik are the two inside linebackers. The corners are manned by Mac Dolan and Damian Turton. Another run right up the middle. And this one doesn't go very far. Mike Anderson tripped a man. Tom Hopkins pinned him to the ground. So that play gained only a yard. Second and 9. Glenn and Duggan and Guinapero are the deep men for Hand. And quarterback option going to the far side of the field, and a pretty good play, man. Got a good gain going. He's dragged down by Guinapero from behind, and he's going to be only about a yard short of a first. Ball is spotted about the 31. He needs to get across the 30 for a first. So the first time we've seen an option play tonight, and a successful one for Fairfield Prep. Good game. Rob Mason, Mike Anderson are the two men right in the middle of the line. The defensive ends are Tim Hevesy and Tom Hopkins. Fairfield Prep brings two men to the left. And run right up the middle. Ball carrier bounces off of one man, but he should have enough for a first down, it looks like. Looks like a first down on second effort. Ball right now is between the 27 and 28 for Fairfield Prep. And Hand's defense stopped that play, but the ball carrier kept his legs moving and fell forward enough for a first down. So Fairfield Prep is moving the ball on Hand right at the moment. And quarterback straight back, looking to throw. Throw across the middle, overthrown, incomplete pass. Coverage there was Tom Malik inside the receiver, and behind him was Bob Duggan. Second and 10 for Fairfield at the 27. No score in this game. We have just under 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Quarterback straight back, looking to throw again. Quarterback got a pretty good arm, and looks like it's caught on the far side, short of a first down. Well, the ball's going to be outside the 20 at about the 22. Complete pass, bring up third and about 4. Third and 4 for Fairfield, and they're down at about the 22. Number 42 for Hand is in the defense, and that's Eric Becker. And quarterback keeper right up the middle, and a good run, and heading near the goal line. Now it looks like about the 5. A good play call by Fairfield with quarterback keeping, and went right up the hole in the middle, and will bring up first and goal for Fairfield Prep. There at about maybe the 6-yard line. First and goal for Fairfield, looking to score first in this game. Fairfield comes out with one man split wide each side of the field, and it's run right up the middle again, and a couple of yards gain. Tom Hopkins comes up to make the tackle. Gain of a couple. The ball is at about the 4-yard line, second and goal. Andy Drennan comes into the game. Mac Dolan comes in. Fairfield prep. Swing to the left side, and he's got a lot of room to run, heading for the goal, and he's in. Touchdown for Fairfield prep. That was a good-looking play from the beginning because they had all the hand defenders sealed off on the left sideline. There was nobody protecting that corner for hand. First score of the game with 8:02 left in the second quarter is by Fairfield prep against hand. And Fairfield has their huddle on the far side of the field, but they will come back in the middle because the ball's back in the middle. And so is the kicker. The extra point try by Fairfield. It's a good snap and a good hold, and the kick hits the goal post. No good. The extra point conversion try went high off the right goal post and bounced back. So the score remains 6-0. Hand is trailing. So Hand finds themselves trailing for the first time this season, and they're in for a ball game, and they can turn it up a notch. It's a short kickoff, fielded by Noble, swinging to the right side. And pretty good return going. He's got an opening. Got a crease. Got 2 men to beat. 20. Back to the 48. 2 men had Noble pinned in, but an excellent return. Kickoff return. Daryl Noble took the ball, and Hand's blocking was set up on the near side of the field, and he needed one more. He would have still be running. Handed off to the fullback up right up the middle, and a pretty good gain. That's number 28, Damian Turton. So on first down, Turton gained 5. Hevesy over the ball. Ryan Milligan all the way to quarterback. 38, fullback is Dan Carroll. Pitch to the tailback, Noble. Swings to the right side. And he only gains about 2 yards this time. Third and a long 3 for Hand. Got about 7 minutes till halftime, and Hand is trailing 6-0. Noble gets the ball and hits one man, spins forward. That should be enough for a first down. He needed to get to the 40, and that's about where they're going to spot it. First down, Hand. Got just enough for a first down. And Guinapero brings in a play and then is going wide left. Tom Hopkins is in a slot left. And Milligan is rolling to the left. And now he gets rid of it. Complete pass. And that should be Guinapero. He's short of a first down, but a good pass play by Hand. Guinapero came back to the ball very nicely. Gained about 8 yards. 2nd and 2 for him. So Ryan Milligan rolled to the left, and he got pretty good blocking that time, although Fairfield Prep does pour through the linebackers, chasing the young quarterback for Ham. Hand off the first man this time. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a yard, and that's 30. Tom Malik carried the ball. Malik gains a yard, and he's 1 yard short of a first. Third and 1 for Hand. The ball is at about the 31. Hand breaks the I formation a bit, and Noble's got the first down. Gains about 5. And Noble takes it down to the 26. First down Hand. Hand is moving the ball again, but they have not scored yet. Hand has this offset eye again. Carroll is the short man, and Noble in the backfield, and Noble gets a block and turns it on and goes to about the 15. And the referee signals first down again for Hand. They're keeping the chains going. And Fairfield Prep decides to take a timeout to see if they can figure out how to stop this ground drive of Hand's. First down at the 15 with 4:26 left in the second quarter. At that timeout, assistant coach Steve Sekula came out and pointed toward the end zone and said 15 more yards. First down at the 15. Handing off to the first man. He's met about a yard gain. That looks like Carroll. No, it isn't. It's 28. That's Turton. Damian Turton carried the ball. Gained only a yard. Mike Hevesy up over the ball at center. Mike Anderson, right guard. Rob Mason, right tackle. And they're running to the right, and there's Noble with the ball, and he's going to be down near the 10.
11-yard line, 11-yard line. 24 is the guy.
On the left side of the line are Andy Drennan and Matt Mesa, the big blockers up in front of the ground game of Hands, who gained over 400 yards in the first half last week, but they're not going to do it this week. 3rd and 5 for Hand. And it's right up the middle. Noble gains a little bit, but not much. Gains about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down for Hand. 4th and almost 5 for Hand. The ball is just inside the 10. And Hand is going to call a timeout to talk about this 4th down play. So a big 4th down play for Hand with 3:04 left before the half. 4th down play at the 9-yard line. They need to get to the 5. And Milligan is looking to throw. He's lofting it up, and it's intercepted in the end zone and run out. It's tackled by Glenn, but Fairfield Prep stops the drive of Hands and will take over at about the 10. At the 9, it looks like. So deep in their own territory at the 9-yard line, Hand marched it down the field but could not stick it in the end zone. Fairfield Prep has some large linemen. I thought Hand's line this year was larger than normal, but they got boys as big right across from them. And a run right up the middle again, and a pretty good charge forward. Gained almost 5. Tackled under there by Tom Malik and Tom Hopkins.
About 5 to 15 seconds. 5.
Push your back!
The two corners are manned by Damian Turton and Mac Dolan. Back the deep men are Bob Duggan, Dan Guinapero, Dan Glenn for hand. And a quarterback sneak right up the middle and a pretty good run again. And that should be a first down again for Fairfield Prep. The second time they run a quarterback keeper and the second successful one. The clock is running. We're down to 1:45 before the half. And Fairfield has brought the ball up to about the 22. Quarterback is handing right up the middle, and Tom Hopkins has got his man around both ankles, but fall forward for a couple of yards. Rob Mason, Tom Hopkins in on the tackle. Gain almost 3 on that play. The ball is spotted at the 24, and we're coming down to 1 minute left in the first half. And Fairfield does not seem to be in any hurry deep in their own territory to get a play going with the clock running. And a run up the middle, and that play is met. He ran right into Tom Hopkins and Mike Mason, and that didn't gain much. Shut down right at the line of scrimmage. So half a minute left in the first half. And Fairfield looks like they're going to take as much time as they want just to let the clock run. This will probably be the last play of the first half. Fairfield's got 2 men split to the right side of the field. We're down to 5 seconds, and quarterback keep right up the middle. And dragged down by Dan Carroll, but that's going to run out the first half. A rather uninspired first half on the part of Hand, but they're only trailing 6-0. They've marched the ball, but they have been unable to score. They obviously missed Eric Hamill, although Darrell Noble and Turton and Carroll have done a pretty good job of running the ball. But they need to turn it up a notch this second half against a big team, the Fairfield Prep team. So we will take a short break from the game. We'll pick up a little bit of the halftime activity of the Daniel Hand High School Band, led by band director Richard Fasano. And the drum majors for Hand's band this year are Kate Gardner, Elizabeth Milligan, and Mike McHarg, the 3 drum majors for Hand. And we will get a bit of the halftime band festivities and back to you for the second half.
the Daniel High School Tiger Marching Band, under the direction of Richard Fasano, will present some international flair in their opening musical selection. Drum majors Liz Milligan, Mike McCard, and Kent Gardner will lead the band downfield to an original Spanish-style musical selection by Ken Dye, Two Goes, Viento Español.
begin the second half of this game. This is Kent Sprague. Paul Sprague is on the camera for the third quarter. Steve Fust will take it for the fourth quarter. And Fairfield Prep kicks off the hand, a low bouncer down the middle. And it's picked up by Noble and breaks it up the middle. And a good return back to about the 40. Darrell Noble picked up the ball, a bouncer, and returned it to about the 40-yard line, where Hand will start their first possession of the second half of this game, trailing 6-0. Last week at halftime they had 35 points. This week they have none. Although this is a much better team than Hand played last week. Fairfield Prep has, I counted 6 players on their roster who weigh more than 225 pounds, so they've got some big boys in there. Run right up the middle and not much there. That's Turton to carry the ball, about a yard gain. So the Hand band is trying to stimulate a little bit of enthusiasm for this game. So far, neither team has looked real sharp. Been mainly ground game and somewhat uninspired football. Hand has had 2 very good scoring opportunities, neither one that they could capitalize on. And Fairfield Prep got a touchdown and missed the extra point. Noble right up the middle, makes a spin, goes forward to about the 45. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for him. Number 18, Ryan Milligan, sophomore, is filling in a quarterback for Mark Gumkowski, who will be out for several weeks. And Darrell Noble is filling in for Eric Hamill, tailback. It's a complete pass from Milligan to Tom Hopkins on the near side. It'll bring up 4th down, however, 4th and about 3. First possession of the second half does not get them a first down. Dan Glenn back to punt. In front of him is Tom Malik in a blocking position. Glenn in a left foot, a high kick, headed to the far side of the field, and a good roll for Hand. And a very good roll for Hand. And it's going all the way down to about the 12-yard line. Ball all the way to the 12, so Glenn got off a beauty.
Oh wait, they're moving it back to the middle. Move the ball back to the middle of the field. Oh no, it's on the hash, on the hash,
So Dan Glenn got off a high spiral with his left-footed kick and a very good roll on the end of it. Fairfield Prep comes out with a man split wide each side, I formation, and a run right up the middle, and they've been running up the middle most of the game. I'm sure the coaches for Hand talked about shutting down that dive right up the middle. Tom Malik in on the tackle, gained only 2 yards. Fairfield Prep with the ball, and the handoff over right guard, right tackle, and ball carrier bounces off of one tackle, finally put on the ground by Tom Hopkins, but a pretty good run by the time they got him down.
20-yard line, 3rd and about 3.
Ball just across the 20, 3rd down and 3. They had that play stopped at the line of scrimmage, but the ball carrier spun away and gained another 2 or 3 yards. This is where they need to watch that quarterback sneak right up the middle. And it's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And smelled that one out, and Dan Carroll from the linebacking position shot the gap and met the ball carrier in the backfield. And he was assisted by Hopkins and Mason, but Carroll made the initial hit, and that will bring up 4th down. Excellent defensive play by Hand, by particularly Dan Carroll. 3 tacklers for Hand, met the ball carrier behind the line of scrimmage. 7.5 minutes left, 3rd quarter. Punt formation, back deep to receive for Hand is Guinapero. It's off the side of his foot a bit to the far side of the field. Bounces back, it'll be down at about the 46. But Hand gets the ball back across midfield. So that exchange of punts between Hand and Fairfield Prep moved Hand about 20 yards closer to the goal. We're down to 7 minutes, 3rd quarter. Hand is continuing the trail, 6-0. Pitch this time to Noble on the right side. He's got a crease, but it closes quickly, only a couple of yards. Number 34 is Darrell Noble, sophomore tailback, 5'8", 150. Guinapero split wide left. Handed off the tailback Noble, and Noble bounces off of one man and only gains a yard or 2. So Noble broke the line of scrimmage, but a linebacker met him very quickly.
Once he makes the hole, he's going to take it in again.
3rd down, about 6 for Hand. Ball is at about the 43. Split wide to the left is Guinapero. Slot left is Tom Hopkins. And Milligan is rolling left. Good blocking there, and it's knocked down on the ground. Incomplete pass. Almost intercepted. Oh no, that wasn't intercepted. That was a bad call. That was a bad call. That ball was knocked in the air, but it did bounce on the ground. But the referee called it from the backside, and they call that a turnover, an interception for Fairfield Prep. There was a referee on this side. I don't know why he couldn't see that, but it definitely took a bounce right off the turf. Quarterback straight back, looking to throw across the middle, complete pass. The man's got the ball and goes forward just enough for a 1st down. Tackled by Guinapero. First down for Fairfield Prep, just about a foot short of midfield. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. I hope that Fairfield Prep does not score after getting the ball back on a very poor call by the referee. And a run to the left, and a pretty good gain, about 4 or 5 yards.
Didn't make any tackles.
Finally tackled by Guinapero. Into the game are Becker and Frey.
Ball's on the hash.
Tom Malik calling the defensive signal. 2nd down and 5. It's a short drop and a quick pass and a complete pass. 1st down, down inside the 35. That was only a couple of step drop and a quick pass, a slant in from the left side and complete for Fairfield Prep, who's moving the ball. Malik and Carroll in the linebacking. It's a sweep to the right, and that play's not going anywhere. Carroll gets hand on the man makes him spin at the 35, and he's put down by about 3 other tacklers by hand. Dan Carroll has had a very active defensive game at linebacker tonight. In the defensive line for hand are Tim Hevesy, and Frey is on the far side at the defensive ends. It's a pitch deep, and now it's going to be a pass. Tailback is going to throw, and it's in and out of the hands of the receiver. There is a flag down on the play in Fairfield's backfield. Holding call against Fairfield Prep. That ball was laid right into the receiver's arms. He did not catch it. It wouldn't have counted anyhow because the holding call against Fairfield. And Mike Anderson is getting the options explained to him, and the coach has already signaled push him back.
Get the ball, defense!
So on a holding call, they want to get Fairfield as far away from the goal as they can. The ball is at the 45. It's going to bring up second down and about 24 yards to go for first. Fairfield's got 2 receivers to the left side. Quarterback straight back, looking to throw, and they're going to throw left. Receiver over there, out of bounds. That was an uncatchable ball, thrown out of bounds. Incomplete pass, coverage by Duggan on the far sideline. Third down and long for Fairfield. Third and long for Fairfield. Quarterback straight back, looking to throw. Now he's going to throw to the left side. Man over there, coverage by Duggan, knocks it down, incomplete pass. Pretty good coverage on the far sideline. Duggan had the best shot at it of anyone over there. Fourth down and long coming up for Fairfield Prep. It's at the 45. They will probably punt to try to pin hand down deep near the goal. Punt formation. Guinapero is standing at the 10. In front of him is Duggan in a blocking position. Snap and a left-footed kick, and it's bouncer is going to roll, and it's rolling and rolling and rolling, and it's going to go into the end zone. Touchback for Hand. And the first down now at the 20. And takes over the ball with 2:45 left in the third quarter at their own 20-yard line. This time Hand has tripped to the right. 3 receivers floated over to the right side and run right up the middle. Short gain. Number 28, Curtin carried the ball. Not much gain. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That time Hand flooded the far side of the field with 3 receivers, but they didn't use them. Second and 10. Milligan an option play, and here's Noble swinging to the left side. He is tripped up and only about a yard gain. So third down and about 9 for Hand. So Fairfield Prep is giving Hand all they want to this point in the game, and leading Hand 6-0 with a minute and a half left in the third quarter. Milligan rolling right, and now he's throwing, and that's Tom Hopkins on the far sideline. Complete pass, but only about a yard gain. That's going to bring up 4th and long for Han. Fourth and long for Han. So in 3 tries, they gained about 2 yards on that possession. Stan Glenn back in punt formation. Fairfield drops 2 men between the 40 and the 45. Glenn gets a good kick out of there, good high spiral. And a fair catch called, goes out of bounds at about the 46 yard line. So we're inside of a minute left in the 3rd quarter, and Han has not threatened to score yet in the second half of this game. They had 2 good scoring opportunities in the first half, neither of which were successful. Fairfield prep with an I formation, man in motion this time. And Tim Hevesy jumps the snap count. Unless he was drawn offside, that'll be 5 yards against Ham. Five-yard encroachment penalty against Han. 1st down and 5 at about the 49. And a quick pass again, and it's in and out of the hands of the receiver. A quick slant in to the left. Guinapero was on the coverage, but that was a pass that could easily have been caught. The defensive line for Han are Hopkins, Anderson, Mason, and Hevesy. Another quick slant to the left side, complete pass this time, and Guinapero makes the tackle, but a 1st down for Fairfield Prep. Came right back with that same play, and it was successful. 1st down for Fairfield Prep. The ball is spotted at about the 37, I believe. 37 yards out, and the clock is running at about inside of a half a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Pitch this time, a flag is thrown in Fairfield's backfield. Tackle for a loss. Dan Carroll blitzing through from linebacker position, tackles his man about 6 yards deep. So that was back in the position where you normally get a holding call against the offense. I'm not sure what the signal was, but it was against Fairfield Prep. They'll probably decline that one, being Han got a big loss against Fairfield Prep. Carroll, inside linebacker with Tom Malik, and Dan Carroll came through the gap and nailed his man deep that time. And the clock is running and runs out in the 3rd quarter with Fairfield Prep continuing to lead 6-0 against Han in the 1st home game of the season for Han and the 2nd game of the year. We begin the 3rd quarter with Fairfield going to the east now at the 46-yard line. 2nd and long. Quarterback straight back to pass. Now he steps up and puts it across. Intercepted by Dan Guinapero, running it back on the far sideline. And Guinapero brings it back to about the 45. Dan Guinapero playing safety for Han, picked that one off and brought it back to near the 45. up the middle by Noble, and Noble makes about 3 yards. They gave him almost 4 yards on that run. Ryan Milligan in at quarterback all the way tonight with Mark Gumkowski out. Handed off to the first man this time. And that's Carroll. He breaks a tackle, breaks another one. He's up within a yard of a first down. Covering up the ball with both hands. Third down and a little less than 1.
Got his bells rung on that one.
We have an official's timeout as a Fairfield prep man is walking off a little bit woozy on that tackle. He will have to go out for at least one play. It's third down and short for Hand. Ball to 46. And of this time to Carroll. He's got the first down. Gains about 3. Takes the ball down to about the 43. 42. Tom Hopkins back in, bringing a play for Milligan. Tim Hevesy over the ball at center. Left guard is Andy Drennan. Right guard is Mike Anderson. And off again, the first man through, and that's 28. That's Turton. Short gain. Gained only a yard. The tackles for Hand are 52, Matt Mesa, and 72, Rob Mason, who pulls and kicks his man out and gives Noble a little bit of room to run. Noble picks it up and bring up third down and 5. Ball at the 37. Rob Mason made a good block on that last play. Mac Dolan is playing a tight end position. Duggan and Hopkins are split to the left.
Gives him too much time to recover.
Hopkins in motion. And a keeper by Milligan, who's going to the left side. He's got a block, and he's heading for the end zone. Ryan Milligan is going to score for Hand. No flag. Tie game with 9:03 left. Fourth quarter. That almost looked like a busted play. Milligan looked for somebody to hand it off to and couldn't find anybody, so he took it all away. Ryan Milligan showing good speed. Went to the left sideline and all the way in, and now the all-important extra point here that'll put Hand ahead if Jim Willis can make it. Milligan is the holder, Tim Hevesy the snapper, Willis the kicker. Good snap, good hold, good kick. I see a flag. There's no signal yet. I thought it looked good. We still don't know if that kick was good. Looked good from here. The defense had too many men on the field. The kick was good, so Hand takes the lead, 7-6. The indication was that Fairfield Prep had 12 men on the field, The kick was good. So Hand takes the lead. On that extra point try, the kick looked good from here, and Jim Willis knew it was good, but there was confusion. None of the referees signaled anything about whether the kick was good, so we didn't know if it was a penalty against Hand or one against Fairfield. But that gives Hand their first score, their first lead of this ball game. 9:03 left. Jim Willis kicks off. Kicks a line drive, picked up on a bounce at about the 15. And it's run to the right side and brought down across the 25. Mac Dolan makes the tackle for Hand. I'm trying to tell where that ball is. It's near the 35-yard line. No, it's not near the 35. It's near the 30. So run off the left side, a short gain about 2 yards. And Tom Hopkins made sure he tackled the quarterback because that was an option play. He wasn't sure if he still had the ball or not. Gain of almost 3 yards on that one. Ball is now at about the 34. I finally figured out where it is. So Hand has a chance to win this ball game, but their defense has got to hold it. Quarterback straight back, looking to throw. Across the middle, in and out of the hands, and intercepted. A deflection picked off by Bob Duggan. Ball was deflected by a Hand player, and Duggan made a dive for it and caught it right above the ground. So Daniel Hand gets the ball back at about the 45. 7:55 left in this game. Hand is leading by 1 point. And I don't anticipate seeing any passes now. And will try to grind the ball out, score if they can, run the clock down. There's the first one, a run up the middle by Carroll, and Carroll is still going. Carroll's got it 6 or 7 yards. About a 7-yard gain on first down for Dan Carroll, who's played a whale of a game tonight, both offensively and defensively. Tim Hevesy over the ball at center. Carroll and Noble in the backfield. Handing up to Carroll again. Carroll's still going. Got a first down. Almost to the 30. That's a first down plus about 4 more. Another 7-yard gain. 2 7-yard gains in a row for Dan Carroll. The ball is just outside the 30, about the 31. 6.5 minutes left in this ball game. And off again, that's number 28 with a pretty good gain right up the middle. Turton carries the ball. On first down, Turton gets 5 yards. The big boys in the front of the line for Hand are blowing some holes open right at the moment. That's Hevesy and Anderson and Drennan and Mason and Mesa. And there's a run by Noble, and Noble breaks a tackle, breaks another one. Oh! Daryl Noble breaks a couple of tackles and dodges the last 2 tacklers. A very good cutback to get around the last one. Takes it in for a touchdown with 5:55 left in the ball game. That was really a nifty run. And Hand's offensive line took over on that possession for Hand. Hevesy to center the ball to Milligan. Willis to kick. Good snap, good placement. Kick is up. Drilled right through. Daniel Hand now extends their lead to 14 to 6. The scoreboard got it wrong, but there they put the point on the right side. 14 to 6 with 5:55 left in the ball game after a very good run by Noble behind the blocking on the right side of the line by Ham. Jim Willis has set the ball on the far hash mark at the 40 to kick off back to Fairfield Prep. And Hand has finally come alive in this fourth quarter with 2 scores. 14 to 6. Ball. It picked up on the bounce at about the 17 and run right back up the middle. The man's still going, and a pretty good return by Fairfield back to about the 35. Let's see where they're going to set that ball. They're going to set it down at about that 36, it looks like. So Hand now has an 8-point lead. And Fairfield has showed a pretty good passing game. This time they got 3 receivers split to the left side here. Trips left. And the handoff right up the middle, a run up the middle. Tackled there after a gain of about 3 or 4. That's Carroll and Malik, the inside linebackers, finally get their man down, but a 4-yard gain, almost 5. Ball is sitting right on the 40-yard line. And we have 5 minutes left in this ball game. Quarterback straight back, looking to throw. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, and he's not going to get much. Tackled by Hopkins from behind. Tom Hopkins ran him down from behind. That play was well defensed, and Hopkins showed some speed to catch up with the quarterback from behind. Lost about 3 yards on that play. Tommy Hopkins is a very good athlete. Plays basketball, he's a javelin thrower and track. Third down and 9 for Fairfield Prep. A passing situation. And Hand looks like they expect it. And a flag is thrown before the play gets started. Too much time. Another 5-yard penalty. Delay of game against Fairfield Prep. Fairfield seems to be slightly in disarray, and they take a timeout to talk it over here. This is an interesting play coming up. It's third down and long, 3rd and 14 for Fairfield Prep. Hand has brought in their fastest man, Daryl Noble, to play back in safety position. So they need to stop this particular play, and it's a handoff back to the quarterback who's going to throw across the middle, and it's an incomplete pass. And excellent defensive play. Dan Guinapero put his man right on the turf right after the ball got there. Clean play, no penalty. Brings up 4th and 14. Guinapero timed that one perfectly, and the pass was there. It hit him right in the numbers. So it looks like Fairfield Prep is going back in punt formation with only 3:50 left in this ball game, trailing by 8. They might fake it. He is going to kick. And it's a high floater, nobody back for Hand. They're going to let it go. It will be down at about the 34, 33. 33-yard line. 3:39 left in the ball game, and Hand will be content at this point to make a couple of first downs and let the clock roll. Handoff, no gain, maybe lost a yard. Turton carried the ball, but he didn't get anything. Defense was in on that play before it got started. With the 2-point conversion rule, Fairfield Prep is still in this game. They're only trailing by 8. And it's run right up the middle this time, and Carroll bowls his way forward for about 3. Fairfield Prep stops the clock with a timeout. 2:46 left in the ball game. Hand has got a third down and about 7, and possession of the ball, but they need a first down or 2 to keep the clock going. Fairfield Prep has only 1 timeout left in this ball game. Run this time by Noble. There's a flag in Hand's backfield, and the play is run forward for about 3 yards, but short of a first. But that will be a penalty against Hand. And Fairfield Prep declines the infraction. It'll bring up 4th and about 3 for Hand at the 42, and we're down to 2.5 minutes left in this ball game. But Fairfield Prep, with a score and a 2-point conversion, could tie this game up. Glenn is back in punt formation, and Fairfield Prep got 10 men right up to rush the kick. Glenn gets it off, and a fair catch is called. Glenn got it out of there. 10 men were rushing the kicker on that, trying to get a block. So Fairfield Prep with the ball at about the 32, 2:15 left in this ball game. Fairfield Prep needs 69 yards to score here. Shotgun formation. Quarterback is looking to throw on every play. He's got a man open on the far near sideline. It's knocked down by Bob Duggan, who recovered. He was giving the man plenty of room, make sure he wouldn't get behind him. But Duggan got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. Incomplete pass, 2nd down. That pass was a little late getting there because the man was wide open a little bit earlier. If he'd have thrown it quicker, they'd have had a completion and a first down. So Fairfield Prep will probably be passing on almost every play. They got their receivers, 3 of them split to the right this time. 1 man behind the quarterback. Quarterback looking to throw to the right, and there's a man over there, looked like he caught it. Fairly short gain, short of a first down. Gained about 5 yards on that completed pass, but we're inside of 2 minutes left in the ball game. Ball is at about the 30, between the 37 and 38. 3rd down and almost 5. This time 3 receivers to the left. And a high snap from center. Quarterback rolling to the left. Now he throws it across. And they're going to give him a complete pass, it looks like, with a first down. Ball at about the 48. First down for Fairfield Prep. A low pass caught on the fly. First down. Fairfield keeps the ball moving. They've got a little over 52 yards to go and a minute to do it in. This time they got 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Quarterback straight back looking to throw. Hand is rushing 3 men and knocked down. A very good defensive play. That was Noble who got a hand on the ball. That pass was right at the receiver, but Noble got a hand on it. That was dangerous. Had Noble been 1 step behind. Second down and 10. Ball at about the 47, and the clock says 52 seconds. Hand is leading by 8 points. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right. Hand has got 4 defensive men over there, and here Carroll is blitzing, and Rob Mason's got his man. Rob Mason tackles the quarterback in the backfield. Loss of about 4. And Fairfield takes their last timeout with 43 seconds left in this ball game. An excellent defensive play by Rob Mason. Okay, after the last timeout by Fairfield Prep, they have none left. 43 seconds left in this ball game. There'll be a pass on every play. And it's quarterback is rolling to the right. Jump pass, and it's complete pass. Man is just short of a first down. He's about a yard short of a first. And the clock is continuing to roll. It's down to 30 seconds. 4th and 1. This is an interesting play. If Hand should throw this one for a loss, quarterback will probably keep it. No, he's going to throw. Now it's thrown. It's incomplete pass, and Hand gets the ball back. The quarterback was got a strong rush that time, a quick pass to the left side, and with 15 seconds left in this ball game, Hand is leading 14-6, and all they need to do is take 1 snap and kneel down. The last play of the ball game, Tim Hevesy center the ball to Milligan, who will take a knee, and the clock is down to 10 seconds and running. Daniel Hand High School will win their 2nd game of the year, 14-6 against Fairfield Prep, a Class L team. But it was not easy. They were behind 6-0 in the 4th quarter. So Hand extends their winning streak this year, but there was some doubt about it for quite a while. Next week, Hand plays at Shelton, their 3rd game of the